What are your goals in life? A beautiful house? Occasional travel abroad? Quality education for your children? Security when you retire? We all have different goals, but the reason why we aspire for them is almost always the same. A happy, comfortable, and secure future, either for ourselves or our loved ones. Unfortunately, most people forget that building one's financial security requires careful planning. They prefer to leave things up in the air or simply decide to act when it's too late. It's like running a race without a finish line, always living in uncertainty. They remain in financial limbo. The question is, will you let your future and your family's security hang in the balance? Or will you do what's necessary within your means to secure your goals? The good news is, it's never too late to start planning. Everything starts with knowing what you want. Most people initially look to their children's education and their own retirement when thinking about their future. Definitely, we need to plan for these. But did you know that the first step in financial planning actually begins with establishing the foundation of protection? Consider this. When you suddenly encounter unexpected events, such as losing property by fire or accident, getting seriously sick, or worse, getting taken out of the picture, how much do you think will this affect your plans for you and your family? You can be the best saver and the best investor, but if you're faced with these unexpected situations, all your savings and investments may be wiped out. And what about the possibility of losing a job or failing in business? It may take months or even years to get back on your feet. How can you maintain your lifestyle or continue providing for your family if such a setback happens? These are the unexpected challenges we must all prepare for. But you may wonder, how will I accomplish this? Can I even afford securing myself and my family? You may have even applied the simple equation of subtracting what you want from what you have, and the number you're getting is in the negative. So how do you bridge that gap? If there's any one strong force behind what you do, it's the hope of having a secure future.
아버지다. 태어나서 오늘 처음으로 기도를 한 걸 해봤어요. 아이를 보니 얼마나 눈물이 나는지. 저 결정했습니다. 이 세상 닿을 때까지 우리 아기 지켜주겠다고. 그리고 영원히 사랑하겠다고. 아이를 위해 기도해주세요.
Welcome to AKMA Financial Independence Track. Good day, everyone. I'm JP Malonzo and I'm your AKMA financial coach. And I educate a lot of people with AKMA's simple concept of financial planning that helps them identify their financial priorities, then provide an appropriate advice according to their current need. Today, I hope to do the same for you. Everyone has dreams in life for themselves and for their loved ones. At this point, I want you to think about the things that you have achieved already. Normally, my customers would say that they have already set up an emergency fund or have bought a car already. What about you? Think about it. Ano yung mga na-achieve mo? How does it feel having achieved something already? Kung wala pa, then it's perfectly fine. That's the reason why we are here. Now, what I want you to think about, ano ba yung mga other financial priorities that you are aiming for? Your own house? Paying off all your debts? Being able to pay off your car amortization. Okay? Picture it in your mind. Picture it as if nandun ka na. How does it feel? Well, as you go along, you will certainly reach milestone after milestone. And you would notice that your set of priorities change as you pass through different stages of life. So from being single to getting married, from having kids to sending them off to school, from retirement to sustaining yourself through old age, you continue to dream. Single people, for example, would normally desire to have luxury for themselves, up-to-date gadgets, travels, leisures in life. Married individuals, on the other hand, would like to have security and comfort in life. They want to have their own house, their own car, and funds for emergencies. Then priorities further change, when they have kids already. They want to have a secured future for their children. That's the reason why they want to send their kids off to good schools to give them a better chance in life. Then, when parents are about to retire, they would want to have a comfortable life at retirement, doing the things that they now have time to do. Okay. And even pursuing their passion. So I'm pretty sure meron kayong mga naiisip, whatever stage you're in right now, alam mo kung anong magiging priorities mo. Now, as I've mentioned, whatever stage you're in right now, aside from your lifestyle, getting what you want and getting what you need, you will also need to prioritize preparing for any health emergencies. That's why we do health fund planning. For your short-term goals, you may want to travel, for even you may want to be getting your first house na, your car again. But that would also entail having to pay for the amortization. And definitely, you would need to protect your assets from any unforeseen events. That's why I do asset protection planning. Now, when you're starting a family already, okay, have dependents na who rely on you. You would also need to prioritize having funds for emergencies and definitely protect your income as well. That's why we do income protection planning. Now, for your long-term goals, you will need to ensure that you have enough funds to put your kids to good school, while definitely also preparing for your life at retirement. That's why I do education and retirement fund planning. Now, during your retirement years, you still have to need to provide for your wants, for your needs, but also you have to have an additional medical spending already. And definitely, Since you have accumulated assets, you have to have a smooth transfer of your wealth with as little conflict and expenses as possible. That's why I do estate planning. Now, from your current stage up to your long-term goals, we can address them by providing you with an insurance protection for life, health, and even for your asset. And for your retirement needs, well, it can actually be addressed through our retirement and wealth fund transfer solutions. Okay. Now, but let me show you some important facts about these priorities. Definitely, if kung parent ka ngayon, we would want to send our kids to good schools to give them a better chance in life. Unfortunately, a lot of Filipinos cannot even afford to go to school. In 2020 alone, it is said that 4.4 million Filipinos are unable to enroll due to lack of funds. That is according to the SWS survey. At the beginning of 2022, out of the population natin by that time na 112 million, 34.6% belong to children below 15 years old. So what does that mean? There are a lot of kids out there who would like to go to school and parents who would want or who would be needing help on how to prepare for it. Also for the expected events, definitely, eventually we will be retiring. And life expectancy is still at between 71 to 80 years old. That is based on data from worldbank.org. Well, it may sound as good news. Okay? Think about it. Hahaba daw buhay ng mga Pinoy. But it would also imply that there are other expenses through old age, like frequent visit to the doctors, maintenance medicines, and of course, hindi porket nag-retire ka, wala ka ng day-to-day expenses. The problem is, 80% of Filipinos age 60 and above right now, they are not financially prepared for retirement. Some still try to work through their golden years, while others rely on their kids for financial support just to get by every day. Yung iba naman, they rely on government benefits. The question is, I want to ask you right now, okay, would that be enough? Are you willing to give up that comfortable life at retirement that you have dreamed of when it's time for you to settle down, to retire? That is for the expected events. Now, for the unexpected events, according to World Data Atlas, mortality rate of Filipinos aged 15 and 60 is around 37 to 38%. So the age range include those who are just starting to have their family or has a growing family already. And did you know that 77% of our population do not have any financial protection? That is according to Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. So imagine that. If the breadwinner belonging to this age range suddenly kicks the bucket, how can his family survive? Now, the rising cost of medical treatment is becoming a major concern for many Filipinos. Medical inflation, okay, it rose actually to 10.1% in 2020. The cost of treatments like heart bypass, stroke, it can reach millions of pesos, far exceeding the average monthly savings of Filipinos, which is around 36%, 36,000 pesos. Now, despite some having health insurance, it is said 56% of medical expenses still come out of pocket. That it's including medication, visit to the doctors, and even therapy. This can really lead to financial difficulties, with some even resorting to sacrificing their children's education or even dipping into their savings. This brings not only physical but also emotional suffering as well. So, what I'm showing you is actually the data based on different priorities. What about you? What are your priorities? Hearing those things, ano sa tingin mo ang kailangan mong unahin? Normally, sa mga nakakausap kong customer, if parent sila, ang inuuna is education. Okay, kailangan mapag-aral na yung anak ko eh. Okay? Or paghandaan na yan. Or dahil nagtatrabaho ko, I want to have an income protection. And normally, kapag nasa between 35, 40 or whatnot, okay, so ang pinipili is retirement. But let me show you something. Okay, this is what we call the hierarchy of financial needs. Okay, so what I've shown you kanina, we have both expected and unexpected events. For the expected events, such as education for our children, okay, to give them a better future, or even comfortable life at retirement, we save and invest to secure these financial goals. But despite knowing that these things will happen eventually, okay, so many people still struggle to prepare adequately due to lack of planning and discipline. And you know what? Situation may even take a downturn kapag nangyari yung mga unexpected events like sudden loss of a breadwinner, okay? Contracting critical illness, or even property damage. This can really derail you from achieving your goals. And it gives the most impact to you, your family, and even your lifestyle. That is why in the hierarchy of financial needs, the unexpected events are at the base. You need to secure the foundation so that you will be able to prepare for what may happen anytime. You can prepare for both expected and address the unexpected event through saving and budgeting. Okay? So through saving and budgeting, unfortunately, a lot would fail because they tend to spend first before they save. The correct attitude should be they need to save first, then spend whatever's left. This way, you will be able to build funds for your future goals. Kung single ka ngayon, hmm, normally kapag mga nakakausap ko single, ang gusto nila makapag-save, makapag-invest for mga big ticket purchases. So this is how you do it. Parent ka ngayon, gusto mo magkaroon ng magandang education yung anak mo, this is how you do it. The question is, how much should you save? I'm not saying that you should save all your monthly income. That would be impractical. Bakit? You still have bills to pay, you have to buy foods, okay? But the idea is you need to pay yourself first. Rule of thumb, you could actually allocate 50% of your income for your basic needs. Then 30% of that can be spent for your lifestyle and nice to haves. Eh, syempre, ma-enjoy mo naman yung kinikita mo, no? And of course, yung 20% will now be used for your savings. So kung naisip mo na, ano ba ang ipa-prioritize ko? Okay? So you could use that 20% of your savings para dun sa goal mong yan. But right now, as a financial coach, yes, I could actually give you what you want. But I have that moral responsibility as well to give you, to lead you, to have what you need first. That's the reason why I've shown you yung hierarchy of financial needs para makita natin yung health and income protection. It may happen anytime. Okay? You should secure the foundation. Now, during my presentation like this one, what I normally ask my customers few questions. I want you to answer it as well. Okay? You answer it while watching this video, jot down. Okay? So take note of your own answers. We talked about budgeting. Now, paano natin ginagawa yan? You have to manage your expenses. You have to manage your expenses better because it is best to know where your money goes. And how do you do that? Categorize your expenses to see if your money is well spent. And you know what? A lot of people I talk to realize a lot of things when I do this exercise with them. This is called the piso expense. Okay? Piso expense is actually an acronym. P is for the priorities. These are the basic expenses and things that you cannot live without. Examples of this, of course, yung grocery mo, yung housing, okay, even clothes. Okay, we consider that as a priority. And you know what? according to Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, food is actually 72% of the total expenditure ng mga Pinoy. So that's P for priorities. I is actually for indispensable expenses. These are your necessary monthly expenses like tuition fee of your kids, your monthly savings, even your insurance premiums. And of course, yung S is for your side interest. Nice things to have. Okay? For you to enjoy your current lifestyle, like wedding shopping, okay? Having your me time, or even spending for your movie nights. And of course, we have the O, which is of no value. These are the things that are considered once only, not necessarily needed. Okay, take note of this. They don't really add value to you. Okay? Now, what I'm going to show you right now, okay, so is a table wherein, tignan mo, okay? So, ito ba yung mga bagay na to nasa priorities mo ba? Indispensable ba siya? Side interest or of no value? This is an important exercise. Okay? And normally, kapag sa mga customers ko, talaga yung grocery ang hindi nawawala. Okay? And dumaabot daw sila nasa 12,500. Okay? So may mga nakakausap ako sa housing or rental nila, maabot sila na 7,500. Yung clothes, well, bumibili naman sila niyan. Okay, so pero hindi naman regularly, pero if you would add it up, okay, divided by 12 for annual nila yan, para makuha yung monthly, okay, so it's around 2,500. Pero utilities, definitely, it would always be there. Okay, nandiyan na yung electricity, yung water, even the wifi. Okay, so umaabot sila ng 8,500. Surprisingly, merong mga tao talagang hindi rin naglalagay ng healthcare. So, ibig sabihin, ang monthly expenses niyan is nasa 31,000. So, imagine that. Kung ikaw mismo, compute it, i-itemize mo. Okay? So, compute it, magkano ang monthly mo, magkano magiging total annual. Then, for your indispensable. So, if I'm talking to a parent, normally, meron silang mga tatlong kids. So, umaabot around 10 to 12,000. Okay? A month. Okay, so insurance, yes. It's a good thing that there are people that I talk to na nag-aalat sila. Okay? Kahit the minimum nila sa 3,000. Okay? So gas and transportation, umaabot ng 5,000. And good thing as well, at least yung savings, meron silang inaabot na 3,000 pesos. So ibig sabihin for the indispensable, umaabot siya ng okay, so umaabot siya ng monthly of 21,000. Okay? And ang annual nila dyan is 252,000. Now, are you computing right now? Are you itemizing everything? Be as detailed as possible para alam mo if your money is well spent. You add it all up. So, yung annual priorities plus indispensable mo, kung ganito is 624,000. So, alam mo, lahat ng kinikita mo, it should go here. But of course, may mga side interest. Okay, so entertainment, umaabot sila ng 3,500. Well, bags, hindi masyado ako nakakakuha sa mga customers ko about this one. And shoes, okay. So, dine out, yes. So, umaabot sila ng 3,500. Hobbies, wala masyado. Okay. So, that is their annual total. Are you jotting it down? Are you being as detailed as possible? Okay. And of no value. Mahilig ka bang mag-coffee? So, mabuti kung sa coffee mo lang is nasa bahay ka. But what if umaabot ka ng thousands every month? Okay, so surprisingly, yes, meron ako mga nakakausap, umaabot sila at the minimum 1,500. Night out with friends, good thing, hindi naman nila masyadong pinapansin. And unused monthly subscription. Delivery apps, well, it's quite minimal. Pero let's include it since meron ako talagang mga nakakausap na talagang nag-aalat sila just for the sake. 3-3, 4-4. Okay, so meron silang mga ganyan. And of course, tignan natin ang total niyan. Everyone here, I want you to total it as well. Yung side interest mo, magkano monthly? That's for yourself. Okay? For your me time. Eh, para magkano naman yung of no value mo? You total it. Now, dahil nagawa mo yan, you have now an idea saan ba talaga napupunta yung pera mo. Was it spent wisely? Napunta ba siya talaga sa priorities and indispensable? Or medyo nalalakihan ka doon sa side interest of no value mo? I'm not saying na talagang altogether tatanggalin natin yung mga nice to haves. Pero if it really doesn't add value to you, then you have something to think about. Okay? Para talaga makuha mo yung budgeting na kinukuha mo that you are actually dreaming of. And of course, I normally ask this to my customers. Since alam nila na yung health is actually a foundation and I'm giving the customers what they really need first, I'm asking you this right now as well. Why do you think it is important for you to prepare for any health funding need? And you know what? Normally, ang sinasabi sa akin, kasi ayoko maging burden sa pamilya ko. Alam mo, kasi nangyari sa akin, sa ano yan, sa pamilya namin before, naku, lahat talaga ng assets nawala. Kawawa yung mga bata tumigil sa pag-aaral. Okay, so, bakit ayaw mong tumigil sa pag-aaral yung mga anak mo? Until lumalabas yung totoong reason. I love them so much. If you love somebody so much, you don't want to be a burden to them. I'm pretty sure you would agree. Now, I want you to picture this. What if nagkasakit ka? Wag naman sana, no? Wag naman sana. Pero what if you got critically ill? Fortunately, you are prepared for that financially. How do you see your family while you're actually in the midst of your ordeal? Mga nakakausap kong customers. Actually, ang sinasabi nila, "Naku, ang sarap sa pakiramdam na alam ko kahit nagkakasakit ako, kahit na may sakit ako, life continues for them kung ganyan ang mangyayari." Now, are you painting a picture in your mind? Imagine that. Na as if walang nangyayari sa'yo dahil continue pa rin ang lifestyle nila. Now, what if you were not able to prepare for it and unfortunately you got critically ill? First question that I want to ask you, what possible problems would you encounter? Top one answer that I used to get, okay? I won't be able to work. I won't be able to provide for my family. So that is the effect. Nagkasakit ka, hindi ka nakapag-prepare, hindi ka makapagtrabaho, may sakit ka eh. At maapektuhan yung pamilya mo. What effects would these problems have on your family? Nako, magbabago lifestyle nila. Magbabago lifestyle nila. Baka mahirapan kami. Baka bababawasan yung kinakain. Now, paint a picture in your mind. What do you think would your family, pati ikaw, would give up just to sustain your medical bills? And I'm pretty sure, kung ano man yung mga naririnig ko sagot, yan din ang magiging sagot ninyo. Okay? Dahil your family, lahat ng mahal mo sa buhay, they won't give up on you easily. They would make sacrifices. Nabanggit na kanina, the kids will stop sa school. Ang nangyayari pa, nagsisimula magbenta ng appliances. Hanggang sa dumating sa panahon na pati yung car mo, pati yung pinagpaguran mong bahay, i-give up na just to sustain your medical bills. Dahil definitely hindi magi-give up kaagad ang mga mahal mo sa buhay para sa'yo. Now, imagining those things, how do you feel? How do you feel? Knowing that nagiging burden ka sa pamilya mo. Okay? Now, what I'm showing you right now are just average costs. Kung sakasakaling bigla kang magkaroon ng sakit, okay? So, ang mangyayari is, let's say, na-confine ka lang due to, let's say, pneumonia or dengue, umaabot yan ng 200,000. What if nagkaroon ng cancer? Between 500,000 to 2.8 million pesos. These are average costs. How about diabetes? Nagkaroon ka ng complication, okay? Umaabot siya ng more than 1 million. Or even, let's say, for example, heart procedure. Anywhere between 700 to more than 1 million as well. Now, ask yourself this, okay? I'm asking you right now as well. May kakilala ka ba na nagkaroon na ng sakit? What was the condition? Do you happen to know? Do you have an idea kung magkano yun? Kahit wala kang kakilala, just knowing, just hearing the news, alam na alam natin kung magkano talaga ang ginagastos if critical condition ang dumako. Now, of course, preparation for the unexpected is the key, okay, in building your financial foundation. We don't want it to happen, but in case it does, ano kaya sa mga to ang gusto mong paghandaan? Knowing that cancer, umaabot siya ng 2 million. Sa stroke, anywhere between 500,000 to 1 million or even more than. Heart attack, so more than 1 million ang ginagastos. So which one would you like to prepare for? Again, we don't want this to happen, but of course, mas maganda meron tayo handa. Okay? Now, ask yourself this. Meron ka bang existing medical plan? Personal ba yan or provided by your company? Magkano yung coverage? Ano yung coverage niya? Inpatient, outpatient, or both? Now, the question is, showing you all that average costs pa lang, kung meron ka man existing medical plan, would that cover kung magkano ang pwedeng gastusin kung nagkaroon ng critical condition? Hmm? And of course, knowing all these things, sa tingin mo, magkano ang kakailanganin mo na nakahanda na, parang nakatabi yan sa bangko, guaranteed. Pag nagkasakit ako, kunin niyo na lang yung pera dyan sa bangko para magpagamot ako. Di ba? Ang sarap din nun na may nakahanda na, guaranteed. So, pag-iipunan mo na yan. Okay? That's the reason why sa foundation of life insurance, so health ang inuuna. Dahil you're one confinement away from being bankrupt. Now, dito sa solution that I'm showing you right now, which we call Health Flex. So, covered yan ang heart attack, stroke, cancer, and 57 other critical illnesses. If in the event na ma-diagnose ka with one of those 60 in total, 100% of your face amount will be given to you. The only thing that you need to do is to get well, because we will provide you with the money when you need it the most. You could use it, you could choose your own doctor, you could choose your own hospital, or for whatever purpose it may serve you. Basta makapagpagaling ka lang. And hindi lang yan, hindi lang sa advanced critical condition. It also covers early stage critical illnesses, which 44 early stage critical illnesses ang kino-cover. So if in the event na nagkaroon ka ng early stage critical condition, 25% of your face amount will be given to you right away. Para onset pa lang, hindi ka na masyadong na-stress. And more importantly, I'm pretty sure you will agree with me na hindi ka na magiging burden sa pamilya mo. And again, I'm pretty sure ayaw mo yun. But aside from that, yung health flex, it's either you live too long, okay? Or nagkasakit, or if in case you're suddenly taken away from the picture. This means if you upon a demise, 100% of your face amount will be given to your beneficiaries. You could sleep soundly at night knowing protected yung family mo. Hindi ka na magiging pabigat sa kanila. Kaya nga itong Health Flex PCI Plus, if you would look at this, if you are right now, yung mga nakikinig sa akin, you're a 22-year-old person, okay? Meron ka ng coverage for the early stage critical condition. Meron ka pang coverage for the advanced critical illnesses. So kung 400,000 for example ang face amount mo, total amount of coverage mo would be up to 500,000. Kung ngayon 22 years old ka. You just need to save at least 5% of that 500,000 for the next 10 years. And guaranteed as if nasa bangko na yung 500,000 na yun. Even if nakakasave ka pa lang ng 1 year. 1 year pa lang. So, nagkaroon ka ng critical condition, ibibigay na kagad sa yan. Guaranteed. So that is the peace of mind that we are actually giving. This is the tool that could give you that peace of mind that you are looking for. So thank you very much for listening. So again, my name is JP Malonzo. I am your AKMA financial coach.